The dawn finally arrives at Lost Camp, but it seems a storm is a-brewing, and through the spyglass you can see a ship lying in wait with 10 times the manpower and artillery. Sailing to the dock would mean certain death. However, you still must escape the range of the mortar shells of that beast of a brig, all the while battling the rogue waves of Mother Nature herself. Me and my sister grew up on a Lost Camp free from Antonio Kenway. He may have taken your freedom, but he will never take your courage. Your courage to fight, to return Lost Camp's freedom, away from the rule of a pirate dictator, Sabrina says to the people as Riverstone lifts the hatchet high above his head. Those will be the last words from the leader of this foolish little rebellion. He then is about to bring the hatchet down onto her neck.
It's now or never. Raise anchor. Full sail.
The Dawn sails through the harbor at max speed, slamming into the side of the Terra Incarnate, the chaos of the battle ensuing. Bethany takes shot after shot, slash after slash, and yet he still pushes forward despite his injuries. Finally, he reaches Gallows George and brings down the axe onto him. Where is she? Where is Rosie? Don't you see? This battle is just the beginning. George retaliates as he gains control of the situation. I have plans much bigger than any of you could even imagine. He smirks as the sound of a gunshot goes off. The shot ringing throughout the air of the battlefield. Even in this commotion, everyone turns to see. It's Lawlet. After everything you've done, determination in his eyes. It's about time someone takes you down. A short elderly man with white hair slowly walks down the stairs. Thomas D. Lau, I've been waiting for you. Suddenly, everyone around you either kneels or is knocked unconscious. You stand alone.
Kenway.
Your Conqueror's hockey matching his, and you feel unaffected by his outburst of will.
I'm here to kick your ass. Freeing Lost Camp from your control is just a cherry on top.
You grip your sword tighter. Before we do this, answer me one thing. As he's making his way slowly to you, his body transforms into a large creature that stops just in front of you, his massive frame towering over you. What do you know of the Clan of D? You think back to your time with your former captain and uncle, Tess.
I just know that most of them are really powerful.
Antonio Kenway and Thomas D. Lau battle for the freedom of Lost Camp. The undead monsters have you cornered. You press your backs against a locked door until a man comes around the corner, blasting the undead with a shotgun, a tattoo of the Sheeta Kingdom logo on his arm. He tosses you the key to the door. Hurry! I only have so much ammo! You jog through the huge amusement park, rides and attractions all around you. A once great park with tons of people now deserted. You reach the middle of the park. A strange person stands up from behind glass. They're wearing a plague doctor mask, a hood over their head. Would you like to play a game? You open the barrel of explosive material to find exactly what you need to create mini explosives. An old school controlled explosive you used to use on Zoe. A smile creeps across your face.
I remember using these to make my first explosives with Kieran.
Suddenly a sound is heard from the other side of the factory.
Looks like I'll get a chance to test these out sooner, rather than later.
Bethany wanders around the forest until he reaches a large tree, lights beautifully hung up around the tree to illuminate even in the darkness of the night. Out of the corner of his eye, there's a person sitting inside a ring-bladed weapon. The ring blade is lodged into the side of the tree. Who are you? More importantly, who are you? Friend or foe? The lights grow dead and mushy, lights up the wall with the video recording of a person with thick mustache and thick eyebrows. He speaks in a deep, muffled voice. This is Luciano.
Hey kid, if you're seeing this, that means you must have survived your encounter with Antonio Kenway. However, it also means I'm long gone by now.
Son of a bitch.
You knock over something on the table. As you walk through the amusement park once more, there's a strange laughter of a familiar voice all around you. You can't tell where it's coming from, but you know exactly who it is.
I knew I had a bad feeling about you. This time, I'm making sure your creepy ass goes down for good. Show yourself, Daniel.
The only response is maniacal laughter.
How are we supposed to take this guy down? He's too fast to hit.
A woman with purple hair put up in a ponytail and a stoic expression on her face throws over to you a handbag full of syringes. It's a vaccine that will slow him down, trust me.
Thomas.
Captain! The devil fruit in the palm of your hand. It's a light teal cherry with swirls going all around it. The swirls look like hands holding each other. What do you do?
I...
A voice comes through on the other side of the Denden Mushi on the ground. The voice of somebody far away. Vertigo, the monster you've been fighting this whole time, sheds a single tear. No, that can't be true. He promised. The body of Vertigo begins to shake violently as the mutation takes hold. It screams a deep guttural screech as the body begins gaining in mass. The dawn approaches Pride Falls. You see, after days of travel, an island with a massive hole in the center where water travels down into the abyss of the sea over a continuous waterfall. An ominous feeling in your gut. Who knows what could lie beneath? I used to be a jungle pirate just like my brother. However, me and him saw things differently after the battle against the Moonlight Pirates all those years ago. I stayed here and he continued sailing under George, no matter how much I protested. The man with parted hair, glasses, and paint colors on his clothes tells you. I'm still hoping to see Max again though. George said he's on another island doing something important and he'll be back soon.
This is between me and him. Stand down, guys.
Tell me, did you have to do it? Or was it personal? There's a pause in the room as Dax holds a gun to your face.
Both.
You say in the most stoic expression you can. Put it down! Gripping his axe.
You don't want to do this.
Gripping his club. He yells at the top of his lungs as multiple gunshots go off back to back. Bang, bang, bang! As you're running towards your destination, a bird flies over Monroe's head and swoops down, taking your jewel. It flies back over to someone behind you guys, and lands on the shoulder of a man with blue skin, sideways hat, and black and white clothes. The fishman smiles, and the bird is the one to speak.
George warned us about you, said to watch out for the monkey, especially.
The fishman holds up 3 bounty posters.
Except I don't see no monkey.
That's me. I'm the monkey.
We gotta go, but we need that jewel.
Monroe, you got this! Monroe nods and readies his club.
I'm Monkey. Nice to meet you.
A woman in doctor's coat, stethoscope, and white hair can be seen from across the distance.
Rosie!
Remember us?
As you close the distance, you see she's clearly stressed out about something as she frantically backs away. Stay away! She uncovers her eye to reveal it's all black with a red pupil. I don't want to hurt anyone.
I'm gonna go out on a wild guess and say she wasn't like that before.
The entire island rumbles. Coming out from the depths is a creature of immense size, a sea king the size of the island itself, a kraken, orange with blue spots. Its tentacles flail everywhere, destroying buildings and crushing people. Finally, seen atop the kraken is a single man, a recent scar across his face. It's Gallows George. Kenway might have been too weak to stop you, but with this power, not even the world government can stop me. Ride the minecart, they said. It'll be fun, they said. You totally won't die, they said. Bethany inside a minecart flies down the track, circling the Great Sea King. Ready, Monroe! He shouts into a Denden Mushi.
Do it!
Bethany fires the minecart mounted swivel at the great beast, getting its attention, and it turns to Bethany. Now! Monroe turns his head up to the sky, the clouds parting at just that moment. You gaze up into the full moon, your body getting larger, your fur getting thicker, your electro completely unleashed and uncontrolled. Your fur turns a white and eyes red. Finally, your afro has grown to an enormous size atop your head. Bethany coming in from the other side of the Denden Mushi. You still with us, buddy? Monroe, after a second, passes.
Don't worry. I'm gonna go bananas.
Monroe uses his enhanced abilities from Sulong and jumps hundreds of feet into the air, face to face with the Kraken, and punches it right in the face. Thomas approaches George, and the two of them stand over the abyss, spanning the giant hole in the ocean. George sees you, and he draws his sword. I will tear down the world government and become the god this world deserves.
You're gone off the deep end, Georgie boy.
You draw your sword.
It's time somebody puts an end to this madness.
Thomas D. Lau and Gallows George clash swords, while Bethany and Monroe battle the Kraken in the background. A full day after the battle against George and the Kraken, our crew find themselves lost at sea.
So, anyone up for some go fish?